evening, everyone. How are we all? I am live again tonight at 7:30 on a Friday evening, and today is October 18. So welcome to everyone. How has your week been? I see we have lots of folk here tonight. I'm not going to be able to go through and individually say hi to everyone by name, but welcome everyone. Margaret, I see you. Thank you, honey. I'm getting the wet wipe ready to go. I see that we had a few regulars here tonight, nice and early. Monique and Suzanne and Margaret were all here early. And then, goodness me, Tanya, you were waiting patiently at 1:21. That's early. 4 hours to go for Cherie, and so on and so forth. All the different times people pop in here. It always amazes me how early you girls are, that it's nice that you chat all day long. It's super, super cool. Oh, Deborah. Hi, Deb. How are you? 8 weeks in hospital. That's such a long time. Was it your wrist or your arm that was broken? I forget now, but I just know that you had a really rough trot there, but so good that you're back and good to see you again. And I saw the beautiful photo that you your daughter sent me of are you holding the card that I sent? So that was really lovely. Ah, everyone's saying hi. Hello, Barb. Hi, Rose. Hey, Janine. All right, so nice to have you all here. I have to apologize. There's a bit of a lighting issue this evening. The lighting issue, I was going to say there's a technical problem, but I'm going to be really honest and tell you, I turn my, I have like some strip lights that are on the ceiling that give me extra light when I'm live. And you might notice it's a little bit dark tonight. And that's because I've been using my desk for a huge project. I've got a big retreat coming up for my team next weekend. And and I've just sort of moved everything out of the way. Well, one of the things I have misplaced in that move was my remote control for the strip lights. So we don't have any lighting overhead. My husband said I should tell everyone that it's special Halloween lighting. So I don't know how everyone feels about that, but it's a story, right? Hey, Ellen, how are you? Nice to see you. Long time no talk. I think we're on the phone together, half an hour ago? Yes, I've got my mechanics bowl out, but not the adhesive sheets. I'm hoping we won't need them. But that's a very good idea. You know what, though? They do actually live they're just in the bottom of one of these things right here. So it's very easy for me to reach them if I remember to use them. But the mechanics bowl is here, yes. And it's full of lots of things that don't belong in it. So let me take some of those out. Now, here's an interesting thing as I'm getting started. The other day, here's my mechanics bowl. All right, here it is. And one of the things I've got in my mechanics bowl is this. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the little split pin brad thing there? All right, so it's got like let me hold it up. It's got, where's my thing? It's got like a shiny, and this was in one of my boxes the other day with one of my orders, but all by itself. And I'm like, what is that? Is it from a kit? Does anyone know what it might be? Is it from an upcoming release? Something I haven't noticed yet, but I can't think where this comes from. So if anyone has any clues for me where it might have come from, that'd be helpful information. Oh, you're eating your dinner. All right, Cherie, will you enjoy that? What's for dinner tonight? We don't expect you to talk with your mouth full, so I expect that that you will be very quiet until dinner is over. Oh, from the colour wheel. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Sheila. I didn't realise that's what it was. Huh. Well, there you go. Why did I not realise that? It was hanging off. Well, it's different to the ones in my original colour wheel, because this is my original colour wheel, and that's got like a flat brad, but this one is not flat. And I did get a colour wheel delivered. Oh, there's a hole in the packet and it's fallen out the hole. That's what the problem is. So I got a new colour wheel. I don't know if you can see it down the bottom here. Just down there, there's a hole. Oh, where is it? There it is. Can you see the hole right near my finger there? that's where this has come from. Thank you, guys. Mystery solved. Mystery solved. So that was pretty crazy that it fell out that little tiny hole. But thank you for letting me know, because I would not have worked that out until I went to put it together and went, hang on a second, shouldn't there be a split pin to hold this together? But I haven't got to that yet. And it's sitting in my magnetic bowl so I don't lose it in case I needed it. And I guess I will. Thank you, guys. Oh, see, you guys know all the things and I don't know. I'm so happy I've got you guys to help me. All right. Shall we see what's happening for our live tonight? Tonight I've got my daughter and her boyfriend are coming home and having dinner, and I've made dinner. It's on the table waiting for them, so all they've got to do is help themselves. And I'm just going to straighten up my, let's see how we go. All right, let me switch over to the desk and then the lighting will be better. All right, because I'm going to, here we go, put my spotlight right there on the desk. Okay, it's pretty straight. Yeah, that's not too bad. You keep some adhesive sheets in with your plates for your machine. That's a good idea, Roz. Why don't I think of things like that? That just isn't my specialty, but that's what I've got you guys for, to tell me. Okay, so Friday night is, we all know what Friday night is. It is sketch night. And on page 16 of your mini catalogue, we have some sketches here. So we did, last Friday night, we did these two. We did a tag and we did a card. And tonight, I thought we might do these two. So we could do a tag again and a card. But certainly I wanted to do the card. So I mean, you know me. I sometimes want to know what colours you guys would like to see, or if there's any papers you would like to see. I'm thinking, because we have lots and lots of options. So in the back here, I can go to my index. And if I'm looking to see what papers I might want to use, we've got Designer Series paper. I've got Nests of Winter, Regal Winter. I don't have Regal Winter. Reindeer Days, Sentimental Christmas, and Snowy Scenes. Now, I do actually have Snowy Scenes because I don't have all the other bits and pieces, but I bought the Snowy Scenes scrapbooking kit. So I do actually have that paper, but I've got all these other ones except for Regal Winter. Then we have Splendid Autumn. I don't have that. And Take a Bow, I do have that. That's 6x6 paper. And then the specialty paper is the Season of Elegance Regal Distressed Patterns, which I don't have, and a little bit Festive, which I do have. But I'm thinking maybe Season of Elegance would be nice tonight. You're having a storm, Margaret. I'm so glad I'm not there, because I would have a little ginger cat who is terrified of storms, and he's very sad when there's a storm. He hides as best he can. All prawn omelette tonight, Cherie. Good on you. Yes, I know, right? I'm so glad I found it, because it was in the box all by itself, and I didn't realize it had fallen out of the tiny little hole in my colour wheel packet. So there you go. Oh, Marilyn, that's great. You took advantage of the discount on the kits. Yes, our kits currently are up to 30% off. So that's a really, really cool thing. If you're looking at any of the kits when you're in the online store, check out the kits, because there's some really, really great ones. I was going to show you guys the look back kit. Does everyone know what I'm talking about? But there's no point in showing you that right now, because it's currently unavailable, unless it's come back in, but I'm pretty sure it's unavailable. Actually, just quickly, while I think of it, looking at the inventory status report, the red and white peppermints are still out of stock. The Stays on Ink, Saddle Brown Stays on Ink, the brown, okay, that's out of stock. And there's a couple of close to my heart items that are also out of stock. But the Reindeer Days Sweet collection is out, because the peppermints are part of that suite. So because the peppermints are out, you can't buy the whole suite either. So they're all the things that are out of stock at the moment. But that doesn't tell me what kits are out of stock. So that's always when I look up kits. And if you're in the online store, you can look them up specifically. There's quite a few that are out of stock, but there's still quite a few that are in stock. And there's some really good prices on those. So last year's Rustic Christmas Countdown kit that I really loved last year, that's still around, and it's marked down to, was it $30.60? So that's a really good buy. And there's a whole bunch of other things in there. So go check them out. They're really great presents, really, really great little gifts for all kinds of occasions. So definitely check those out. Hey, Colleen, nice to see you. Hey, Susan, nice to see you. Did you find my email that I sent you early this morning? Because I know you sent me an email and I replied to that one. So if you can just let me know if you got the email that I sent you first thing this morning. And congratulations, by the way. Okay. All right. You bought the 2 look backs for Christmas presents. I bought one as well. I bought one for my daughter. I thought she would really like it. And do I have one here? I think I do. So this is what it looks like. It's so cool. I hope it comes back in. I'm hoping it's going to come back in. It's this gorgeous spiral bound binder with little gold polka dots on the outside, and then all your bits and pieces. But it's kind of like a little scrapbooking kit. So there's there's little stickers and hearts and bits and pieces, and you can write in it, like journal in it, and then add photos and things. So it's a really cool little kit, and something I think that the younger set would really enjoy. So there you go. Oh, good, Susan. Fantastic. I'm glad you found it. I haven't looked to see your reply yet, obviously. So, yay. We'll catch up. I'll try and get to that. Today I've spent the whole day and all day yesterday cutting and die cutting cardstock and other bits and pieces. So that's for a team thing that I've got coming up next weekend, and I'm very excited about it. But I'll be really glad when this job is finished, because the couple of days of cutting is really intense. I had actually someone come and help me today because it was actually too much for me to do all by myself. So there you go. Sally's saying hi to Margie Lang and Susan Hannaford. You guys are all here. That's very cool. All right. Okay, so we've got all these different things, but I'm thinking elegant, maybe Season of Elegance. We could do something with something new, but I'm sort of tempted to go with something that, I think is current, because the problem with picking something new is you can't get it yet. So that's frustrating. Unless you're buying it in your demonstrator starter kit, you can get it then. So Ellen said she's cutting and die cutting for class on Sunday. So everyone's got lots of different things they're doing. That's a good special, Marilyn. The Saying Thanks kit is on special for $16.10. That's a really good. That's not a stamping kit, that one. That one, Saying Thanks, is like a just glue and stick kind of a kit. But there you go. All right. Okay, so we've got lots and lots of choices. So I'm going to go to my I'll turn back to 16. So we've got our reference point. And I'm going to grab some of my favorite paper at the moment. I love the nested winter paper. I've been using that a lot. Oh, and don't forget too, we've also got that beautiful paper in the online exclusives. So we've got that gorgeous paper as well. So there's some really lovely papers right now. If you love lots of, I'm just going to pick up a few scraps of paper and we'll go from there. There's just so many nice ones. All right, so I've just picked up a handful, and we can decide whether we want to go with the beige. This is the color I've been using the most. There's also cherry cobbler in here as well, but I'm not using, and there's also pretty peacock. So there's some really lovely colors. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a whole pack so that you guys can see all the other pieces, because it's just too beautiful not to show. All right, so we've got, this is the green, Mossy Meadow and Old Olive, and you can see on the back it just looks like it's been painted. So it's really rather pretty. One side has the foil and the other side does not. And then we've got some beiges. I like the beige the best. That's the one that I've been using the most. And there's a couple of different designs in this beige. And then once again, you got your painted bits on the back. Looks like gesso, doesn't it? And then we have our cherry cobbler. That's really beautiful. And on the back, painted again. Then a different design with the greens. So there's 2 sets of greens. There's 2 sets of beige, and then one of the cherry cobbler and one of the pretty peacock. Pretty peacock's really nice, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? So this is the one that I'm looking at doing, this particular one here. And I'm thinking I'd like to have, what do you guys think? Which color will we pick? Let's pick one. So we can choose beige, pretty peacock, Mossy Meadow and Old Olive or Cherry Cobbler. What does everyone think? I'm waiting for a response, and let's see. Everyone's chatting away and saying hello. PP. So is that Pretty Peacock, Katrina? Is that what we're going with? Katrina's first in with PP. Pretty Peacock. Okay. I mean, we could have picked any of them, and they're all beautiful, right? So I'll move these out of the way. And I'm thinking, do we want, I'm going to leave this here for the moment. I'm going to use this for the piece behind, and I'm deciding whether to have use a piece that's got like concentrated, or maybe we just have the gold on part of it. Maybe that would look nice. So this piece here that's on top, I'm going to, because I know my sizes, this is going to be around about 8 by 12, 8 centimeters across by 12 deep. However, I'd like to have a mat behind it, so I'm going to make this 11 and a half. Oh, I just realized I've done it the wrong way. Oops. 7 and a half. Let me just cut that again. I'm sure I can use that strip for something else. It won't get wasted. And we're going to go this end. We're going to go 11 and a half. So 7 and a half by 11 and a half. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then I'll have a piece behind that. Now, the color behind here, we have a few choices. At the moment, I'm really enjoying basic beige. I've just ordered more basic beige. I'm wondering if it's in the order that just came, because I've actually, oh, it is. I thought it was. So brand new pack of basic beige, because I used up almost every last piece I had in the last class I did. So I'm going to grab some more. And I'm going to cut myself a card base with this. So I like this pairing up. I think that's really nice. I know I've had a couple of people say they're not fans of beige. I find it is a perfect color to go with lots of other colors, and it's got a little bit of a green undertone. So in the similar way to what Sahara Sand used to have. This is different to Sahara Sand, but it also had a green undertone. So I'm going to use this as my base. And, oh, I have something. This is coming up. Look at this. I've got my name. My friend Courtney put my name on this for me. Isn't that cool? All right, so I'm going to use it on my bone folder there. Right, so this piece is going to go like so, and I want to have another color here behind, and I'm deciding whether I want to have, I think because this is kind of light Pretty Peacock to me, I think I do want to actually use just good old Pretty Peacock behind it. I could go with a darker color. I could go Night of Navy, which would also look okay, or I could go black, but I'm thinking I'm just going to go with a 8 by 12 piece. So let's just have a look and see how that looks. What do you think? Will we use that, or do you think it doesn't stand out enough and I should go with a darker color? What do you think? Do we like it? I love basic beige too, Leslie. I think it's great. Hello, Lynn. How are you? Nice to see you. Suzanne's hoping you're feeling better. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. You were first, Leslie. Well, the first one that came up in my feed was Katrina. I'm so sorry, but you and Katrina, I think, picked the same color anyway. So hey, nothing lost there. Oh no, you said cherry. I see. I'm so sorry, but on my feed, Katrina's name was first, and then you, Leslie, and then Sheila, and then Lynn, and then Susan. So yeah, that's the order it came up on my feed. And my feed, guess what, is the one that counts. Can we look at navy? Yeah. Well, the navy's going to stand out more, and black, of course, would stand out more. But let's have a look at the navy. This is what that would look like. It's a bit different, but I don't mind it. It's quite nice. What do you think? So Sheila asked if we could look at the navy, and there it is. I know it's beautiful paper, this. Just gorgeous. You don't like the navy, Julianne. So Julianne doesn't like the navy. Sheila, what do you think? Seeing as you asked to see it. Pretty peacock, says Leslie. Well, that means going back. Let's just go with that. We know it's a match. So I'm going to go 8 by 12. And then that piece there at 7.5 by 11.5 is going to fit right on top. Okay, so it's not bad. All right, let's grab, I'm going to grab a Tombow adhesive. Or you can use any adhesive you like. I'm just using Tombow because it's simple. This is nice too on the back. Look, this is the design on the back of this. Looks like running paint. That's cool as well. But I like the gold. So I'm using that because it's a bit special. It is specialty paper after all. It is nice, isn't it, that paper? I agree. So for anyone who doesn't know, everything you see me using tonight is available for purchase unless I tell you otherwise. So I'll let you know if something's out of stock or something you need to purchase somewhere else. But generally speaking, most things I use are available for purchase in my online store. And immediately after this video, I will put the details of my online store up. Okay, so this is what that looks like right now. It seems a shame to cover the gold. I know. Totally understand. Oh, Marilyn thinks she was the first, but also with Pretty Peacock. So, hey, that's all right. I did see the moon last night as I was driving my daughter home from the station. And I tell you what, I just thought that was, I said to my daughter, oh, my goodness, look at the moon. And she said, yep, it's meant to be a super moon. And I'm like, well, certainly looks like a super moon to me. So, all right, so we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. So let's grab these here and just put one in each corner. When I use dimensionals, I always bring them in a little bit. I don't put them too close to the edge so that you really, if you want to see them, you'd really have to look up underneath there. So it makes them hard to see. So you want to hide them a little bit by moving them in from the edges. I know everyone probably knows that. I'm sure you all do. All right, so let me try and line this up as best I can. Now, Leslie, when was the Cliff Richard thing? When is that? Is that coming up soon, or is it? When was that? I know you were talking about it, and I was wondering when that was. All right. Okay. So now we have to choose what we would like for our little banner, and we have so many banner options. Okay. Now we can use I'm thinking maybe we go with one of the ones from this particular set, which I'm using a lot, I have to say. So give me a second and let's see if I can find that. They're called Peaceful Season dies, and they are part of the Season of Elegance. And it is a beautiful, beautiful set of dies. So this is the one I'm thinking of. Now, this one has a different shape. You don't have to stick to the same shape. And they've got theirs right in the middle. I don't really want to cover up any of the gold, so I'm thinking about moving this up a little bit. What do you guys think? Do you think we should put it in the middle? And this is can you see how it's got like still stitched edges and then these little frilly bits on the ends? And it's actually got slits as well, so if you want to, you can thread ribbon through there. So that's really nice. Yes, the Mechanics Bowl is not available for sale. You are correct, Cherie. That is right. All right, so what do you think? Do we like that? And then we get to decide, well, what color do we want it to be? Do we want to stick with, do we want to go, I mean, I can do a white banner, but I'm thinking that might be quite stark. I could go vanilla, which would be a bit softer. This is what, I'll show you the difference. So this is how white would look. See, it's quite stark against that. But I'm pretty sure I have some vanilla here as well. Let me see. We could also do a basic beige one, but then it's going to maybe be the same as the rest of our card. I'm just looking to see. I'm sure I had a piece of basic beige on my table before I started. Aha, I found it. Here we go. So that's the basic beige. I think that's a winner over the white, or we could go Sorry, this is the very vanilla. What am I saying? Oh my gosh, you guys. I hope you're better at translating with your ears than I am with talking with my mouth. Yes, he's been around a long, long time, Suzanne. I'm sure Leslie could tell you. The 9th and 10th of November. Ooh, he's 84, says Sheila. Wow, so you girls know. He was your pin-up on your wall when you were a teenager. How cool is that? He was very good looking as a young man, don't you think? He really was. And he seems like a genuinely nice person. Beige or vanilla, says Colleen. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the vanilla, actually. I just think that if I do beige, it's going to be a lot of sameness, and I think maybe the vanilla will stand out more. So I'm going to cut with this. The other thing is we get to decide at this point what we want to have in terms of words on here. And if this is a Christmas card, these are the 2 sets that are part of this suite. If it was a Christmas card, you know, I love this one, A Season of Wonder and Happiness. I think that's really nice. But there are some other ones here. There's also a nice Christmas, and we can die cut or stamp it. And there's also just a simple all the best. You know, that doesn't have to be Christmas. So what do you guys think? There's a Joy and Love to You down here, but that's quite small. So I want something that's longish. Cheer All Year is nice. But I'm thinking this is a good size, this Season of Wonder and Happiness. What does everyone else think? I'm just going to cut this while you talk about it amongst yourselves. And I'm going to cut the banner. So I'm just doing that with my die through my cut and emboss machine. I don't always bring my cut and emboss machine over because you've got to bring it over, set it all up. I've got to zoom out and then take it all away again. And sometimes it's just easier to cut it on the desk next to here. And I'm just going to push that out now that it's been through my machine. And you can see how nice, this is. It's a really nice shape. All right. What did everyone decide about their words? Still is, says Sheila. A Season of Wonder, said Katrina. Katrina, you're quick on the fingers tonight. You're the first again. And Barbara said the same. So, okay. Well, in that case, I think we should do that one. Let's see. This is the one. A Season of Wonder and Happiness. And it fits nicely on this banner too. So I'm going to use my longish. This is block. What is this block? Block H is this size. I use this one quite a bit, especially for words like this. All right, so let me pop this here. I'm going to grab my Pretty Peacock ink. We could also emboss in gold. That would look really pretty, but I think I like embossing quite often on a darker color. So I'm getting over this. I'm sorry if you are looking at the back of my head. I don't know if you were. Oh, look at you girls with all your Cliff Richards trivia. Interesting facts, right? Right. So, oops, I did that tiny bit crooked, but we'll just pretend that I didn't, and that's okay. So I can always come back and stick another one over the top later. So this is how I'm thinking that that's going to look. So you can see what I've ended up with is pretty different to this. Now, you notice that they've got here in this one, let's bring it down so you can see it. They've actually used some thread underneath, and I do like that idea. I think it's really nice. Now, as for thread, we have a few options, but something I think would be rather nice is maybe I pick something new, because we have some really new, let me see. We have like some gold twisted twine coming, and I think that might be nice. Oh, the other option is I've also got, this is Pretty Peacock and gold ribbon, and that's really nice. So that would also go really lovely with this. And I don't have to flip it around behind like theirs. I could just tie a bow with it, or I could even have it going through. I could even have it popping out the holes here. So we've got a number of options, because that would look rather nice. So hang on. The only thing is I find it hard to put it through the holes. So I find if you fold it over like this and then put the edge of your folded over piece through the holes, that's easier. And then you can have, I can have like it coming out both sides. and then snip it off, you know, so it sits here. So that's a possibility. That's quite pretty, but it would need to, it wouldn't, you want it to be too wide, otherwise it's going to stick out beyond the end of the card. So maybe, maybe not, but I just wanted to show you how nice that works. Now this is something new. It's called Gold Twisted Thread, and I thought this would look really nice. So this is brand new. It's coming out in November. You can't get it yet, okay, but look how nice it is. And it's like a really thin twisted twine, as the name suggests. So this is really rather pretty. So let's pull that out. I just wanted to show it to you. Also, this stuff ties really nicely. So it's very, very soft. And if you wanted to tie it in a small bow, you can do that. And that looks really pretty as well. So we've got lots of options. So let's just pull that like so. And then, you know, I can pop that down here if I wanted to and snip those ends off, and that would look really nice as well. Okay, so lots of options. Let's have a look at the twine. So this is coming out in the online exclusive. And does anyone else ever struggle to get the ends? Like sometimes I cannot find the ends of this stuff. It looks like it comes off here, but I actually can't find it. Really? I've just pulled up a piece and I'm going to cut it. I'll probably regret that later, but let's see. In the interest of doing this sometime soon, I'm going to just pull that out. All right. So I'm going to try and do it like, I think I found the end now. Of course I did. So I'm going to actually do it just like the picture. Because I've cut it in the wrong place, it's hard to unravel. I need a helper, someone to stand by and do these sorts of things for me. All right, yay, now I got it. All right, so if I wanted to do it like this is what I would do. I would start it, I hold it behind here, and then I would loop it. So loop, 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 and so on. And you can, you know, you can actually do this a number of ways, but I find the best way to hold it at the back is with a couple of dimensionals, and it just looks really pretty. So it's a nice way to go if you're not sure that you want to have a bow on your work. What's Cherie saying? Hot tip, use the spatula end of your take your pick tool to push the folded ribbon through the hole in the end. Fantastic idea, Cherie. I love that hot tip. That's a great idea. Didn't think of it. Ah, see, I'm such a clever girl. Let me just grab. I'll show you what Cherie is talking about for anyone who, does everyone understand what she's saying? Such a cool idea. I wish I thought of that. Oh. My husband was trying to find me, help me find my remote control for the lights before I started tonight, and I think we've moved everything and dumped it on top of where my take your pick tool was. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. But the idea basically is to pretend this is a spatula end and actually use it to push it down the hole. Okay, it would work better than scissors because the scissors are too sharp and probably would stick into your ribbon, but the spatula end would not. So that's a really good tip. Love the idea. Thank you. All right. I'm going to twist this so it kind of goes into the same shape as the one that's here. Pop this on here. And actually that's probably enough. I'm going to cut that off. It doesn't need to be neat. You can just, and I like to just fix mine on the back here so it will start to hold with my dimensionals. Because you're going to want dimensionals behind this anyway. So this is like the perfect the perfect place. And can you kind of see how that looks now? It's very pretty. Oh, I think my daughter and her boyfriend are home. There's somebody in our driveway. Right, so I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to pop this here. So basically, I'm making them go where I want them to do, and then I'm forcing them into submission with my dimensionals. So it looks like this. Looks good, doesn't it? All right, so that's quite pretty, and that's what we're going to do on this card. So this is the twisted gold twine or thread. What's it called? Gold twisted thread, and it will be available next month as part of our online exclusives. So there you go. So it's a little sneak peek. There we go. What do you think? Do we like that? Now we have some options when it comes to bling. And one of the options I've been really liking lately is the gold foil gems. Those are in the annual catalog. They're so, so nice. But you could put them on here. They've got like a little bit of gold, but they're not super shiny. So they are really good at picking up all the little gold bits in here. That's a really great idea. Then there's these. These are the opal rounds. They're called opal rounds assortment, and they come in 3 colors: navy, white, and gold. And with the gold in those would look really pretty with this as well. Can you see they've actually got like little foily bits in those as well? So those are pretty. And then there's also the gold that is part of this suite. Okay, let me grab that for you. Where are they? Here they are. So these, I find these quite yellow, which I don't mind, but they seem to me more yellow than the gold that's in here. Does that make sense? Like you get away with them, but I actually think these are a bit softer, and I like the softer look, or the gold foil gems. Like I said, let me quickly grab those for you. These are the gold foil gems. Okay, so you can see the difference between these. So these are very yellow. These are like white with little gold flecks in them. Aren't they pretty? And then these ones have got like a different, they're different again. These are halfway between the two. These are a bit more yellow, but not as yellow as these. Okay, so maybe we go with the middle ones today. What do you guys, you like the softer ones? You mean these ones? Or you mean these ones? Yes, it's raining. That's what it was. Hi, Megan. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. You can put a strip of tear and tape to hold your ribbon while looping. That's a good idea as well. I usually use dimensionals, but yeah. It's really nice that we all have slightly different ways of doing things. The other ones look like drops of honey. They do a bit. These would be nice, like if you were doing a card, like bee cards, wouldn't they? And the juicy gems, they're nice too. They're my favorite to play with because I just think they're so pretty. However, when it comes, the silver is silver, but the gold is kind of more of an antique gold, and so it doesn't go with this gold. I'll show you what I mean. This is the juicy dots. Okay, see how they're beautiful, but they're like an antique gold, and so they don't go with these. It doesn't go. Can everyone see what I mean? It's got almost a little bit of a pink undertone in it or something, but it's definitely more antique-y. The die is called Peaceful Season from the mini. Oh, thank you, Julianne. Julianne's put up the number for us. Thank you so much. Yeah. The one's in my right hand. So, oh, sorry, I don't even know which hand I was holding what with now. But in the end, we were choosing between these and these. And I don't know if you can see, these ones are iridescent. So they're called iridescent foil gems because they pick up whatever color they are near. So they look gold there, but if I put, I can see, pinks in them, or if I put it on here, it's going to pick up some of the pretty peacocks. So more disco gold. Yeah, they kind of are. Gold tinsel gems are great too, Colleen. There's some really good choices. The PP from the Regal Flora set. I don't think I have those. I don't think I do. I don't have anything from the Regal Flora set, I don't think. Let me just see. You can't have everything, right? It's just impossible. You can't. Much as I like nearly everything, but I guess it comes down when you're shopping. You need to pick the things that you love the most, and sometimes you just have to leave behind the stuff that you don't love as much. And the Regal ones, where are they? I'm nearly there. Or did I go past them? Seriously, I need to go and look them up. So Regal Flora is on page 35. Okay, so 35. Yeah, I don't have, you're talking about the Pretty Peacock in here. Are they Pretty Peacock? They look like, I'm looking at the colors in them. Oh, it's hard to tell. There's a green that looks like shaded spruce. Then there's a pink and it looks like Blackberry Bliss and maybe Night of Navy. Yeah, Night of Navy. So those are the ones I think you're talking about. They're really pretty, aren't they? I don't have them. The only thing I have I have the ribbon and I have this specialty paper. Both really nice. Right. Okay. So we were going to do these, I think, weren't we? So let me use, you can use take your pick tool or the point of a pair of scissors to apply these. I'm just going to get my scissors under them there. And I'm going to have one down here. And I'm going to have a little guy up here on the banner. And then a second little guy over here. And I'm going to call that a done card. All right, what do we think? Do we like it? I think the vanilla goes really nicely with the beige. It's a very simple card. But hey, simple can be beautiful, right? They are Pretty Peacock, are they? Well, there you go. You try to have everything. Well, so you know I give it my best shot as well, right? A woman after my own heart. Oh, you made your first card with that set today. I like the paper in the set more than I like the stamps and dies, but I really like the paper. All right, I'm moving those to one side. And I'm going to say that card, we'll move it over here. And do we make the tag? I think we should. I think we should make the tag. All right, so let's quickly bring this back and look at page 16 again. I'm going to put this in my mechanics bowl, Cherie. Page 16. Here we go, and we have this tag here. So I'm thinking maybe we do this with something new. How about we do it with something new? I think that might be a fun idea. All right. I haven't shown you all the new things I have yet, but I will. I did show you, I think, the Marbled Elegance paper, and that paper is absolutely stunning. It reminds me, very similar. This is not a full pack, by the way. It looks like Raspberry Ripple, doesn't it? Or, you know, Raspberry Ripple ice cream. That's what it reminds me of. But it also reminds me of that beautiful Waves of the Ocean paper that we had going back a couple of years ago. That was probably my favorite paper of all time that we've ever had. And it was all those blues and greens and beautiful, beautiful, you know, gold swirls. And it was just stunning paper. So beautiful. So, yeah, I really love this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's all pinks and reds. Okay, so you've got real red. Actually, do I have on the back here? I think I have all the colors listed. We have Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Gold. So we have three reds, Real Red, Poppy Parade, and Cherry Cobbler, which is interesting because that's like your blood red. A Poppy Parade has more orange in it, and Real Red is like fire engine red. You've got Gold, of course, and then Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink. So three completely different pinks. But when you put them all together, even if you don't think they go, my goodness me, yes, they do. Okay, so this is mostly all the reds together with the gold. Okay, and you can see I've got a couple of sheets of each. This one's got reds and Melon Mambo. So who would put red and pink together? I just think it's stunning. It's so beautiful. I know this paper's beautiful, Megan. It's so nice. Then we have more reds here. This is like strawberry swirl, this one, don't you think? And that one's the same, I think. Yep, that's the same piece. The one that I don't have a lot of is because I've used nearly believe it or not, I bought 4 packs of this. Now I know as demonstrators we can only buy 3. So to have enough for a retreat, I bought the 2 I was allowed to buy, plus I bought the one that was in the suite, plus I had somebody else buy one for me so that I had enough to do for the retreat. So all these gold bits are just magic. Aren't they beautiful? And we've got some nice designs on the back too. I love this. Look at this leaf pattern. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. I think I want to use it. That's really beautiful. So let's move that out of the way. Oh, so I didn't show you all the paper, partly because, like I said, I've already chopped a lot of it up. This one I don't think I showed you. That's really pretty. And on the back of it, you got stripes. And the one I didn't show you because I had already used it all, but I've got some cut bits left over. This one is like Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo. Really, really beautiful. And on the back of that one, you've got like speckles. I used this for one of my projects. And then I also used the other one I used was different again, and that's this one. This is all just pinks and gold. And on the back of that, we have roses, which I love. I just think that's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so I'm liking this. So I'd say, looking at this, this looks to me like cherry cobbler and real red together. Would you agree? It's a bit hard to see on here. Actually, no, it's not. It's Melon Mambo. And in the background, is it cherry cobbler or is it real red? It's not showing up very well on the camera. It looks brighter than it does in real life. Whose house smells amazing? Oh, Megan's having ribs. Yummy. That sounds really, really good. It does look a bit like Rose's chocolates. Those roses, they do. I hadn't thought of that. I hope you like it. It does remind me of Rose's chocolates because you're going to be getting some of this, Tanya, in a box in the mail this week. So there you go. All right. Let me have a little look through. I love it when you guys talk about food. You always have to eat it while it's hot, Cherie. That's very important, right? And Tanya, of course, is still cooking hers because she's 2 or 3 hours behind us. 2 hours behind Queensland. Yes, it does. It definitely has a Valentine's Day feel about it. And the heart set that goes with it absolutely looks like Valentine's Day. I'm not someone who really celebrates Valentine's Day. Here's the matching stamp set. So there's a Happy Valentine's Day in there. But there's other things here I could use, like this My Heart Belongs to You and Love You. I could easily use those on a scrapbook page. I think those would work great on a scrapbook page. And then we've got some little hearts, and there's another one of those roses, chocolates, roses, like you said, Tanya. And then there's also beautiful heart dies to go with that as well. All right, so I'm going to go back to my picture. I want to use this paper, and I'm deciding what colors I should work with. So I'm doing this here. And I'm thinking, will I have this piece as my center? I think I will. So what color will I have this on? Let's see. Let's see. We could do it on Melon Mambo. That would work. And I have some of that left over from a project. So let me see. Actually, I think I have some right here. All right. So like so. And I'm thinking rather than I can cut just a rectangle and then cut the corners off and I've got a tag. That's easy enough. Or if you have a die for it, which I do, you could use a die. So I'm thinking maybe we have the Greetings of the Season dies. Do we like the red and the Melon Mambo combo, or do we not like that? Do we want to go something a little bit more subtle? Maybe something more subtle would be better. I'm looking. You think real red, Cherie? How do you turn the paper face down? It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Crumb cake or beige tag? I'm inclined to agree with you, Colleen. I'm inclined to agree. So this looks very Valentine-y, but I'm thinking, here's some crumb cake. That's really nice. Shall we use crumb cake? Or we could go beige again. because I've got plenty of that here, as you saw me just open a pack. So this is what the beige would look like. Crumb cake or beige for my tag? Which one? Personally, you don't like it. That's okay. Crumb cake, says Monique. Beige, says Megan. Beige, says Janine. Beige, crumb cake, beige. We've got a good, so because it's sort of one or the other, and lots of people are on both sides. Monique was first, and isn't that interesting? Monique was first, even though she's right on the other side of the world. So I'm actually going to cut this with crumb cake, and let's give it a shot. Let's see how this looks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this. So I'll use less of my paper if I do it this way, and I'll be right back as I cut that. I'm just going to pop that. The nice thing about these tags is it also puts the hole in the tag for you, so you haven't got to find a hole punch tool. I'll tell you what, that's good placement. Look how much is left of that. Here it is. And I like this one too because it's got like little stitches all the way around, so that's really nice. All right, and then we have a rectangle on top of this. So let's cut. I mean, I could go with the gold side. I know it's beautiful, right? But I'm actually thinking I'm going to go with the leaves just because. One of the advantages of buying lots of packs of paper like I have is that I don't feel so bad about turning the paper over and using the other side. I'm just going to see how wide this is. This is nearly 6.5 centimeters. So I'm thinking maybe if I do this at 5, I can always cut it down if it's not right, but I think it will be. So I'm going to have it at this size here, and I'm going to go right about here. So I'll go 7.5. I can always chop it smaller if needed. All right. So my piece on here, I feel like I might need to bring this down a tiny bit, just a little. Okay. So I'm going to take about 0.5 centimeter off this. So it's about 6. Is it? Did I say 6? No, it's about 7. That's right. That's better. All right, so it's going to be around about here. And I think for this one, because it's pattern paper, I think I'll just pop it straight down. I'm not going to put it on dimensionals. So I'll use some Tombow. So this is a pretty simple little thing. But it's nice to use some different colors and new papers. Now, if you are ordering the demonstrator kit this month with our demonstrator kit special, okay, then you can order these in your kit. You don't have to wait until they go on sale next month. You can actually get them now. So for anyone who is looking at that, it's worth knowing. All right, now I've got another piece. So these are kind of similar, but I'm deciding how wide I want my piece to go across here. I could use the same die set that we literally just used with the Peaceful Season dies, but use a different one. How about I've got this one right here. So this one is the same, very similar to the big one we used, but smaller. Okay, so there's that possibility. That looks quite nice. Or I have got other options. I've got like a little banner. That's really nice as well. That's cute. So we've got a few options, but I'm liking this one. Having a look. Oh my goodness, that's going back a ways. I remember my mum had 78s. Now, when I was little, I had a Christmas album that I would play over and over and over again. That was a 33, right? And then also I had on it, and my favorite thing was there was some Mozart and Tchaikovsky. Oh my goodness. a Sugar Plum Fairy and Waltz of the Flowers and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, I just used to dance around the house to those and love them so, so much. All right, I'm deciding what color I want this. I think I'm going to go with very vanilla again. Looks like it's a very vanilla kind of night tonight, doesn't it? So let me cut that. And so this is very vanilla. That's going to look rather nice on there. I could put a second layer on if I wanted to, like actually I might put some gold behind it because it's only this is only very thin. So it's not as thick as what the sketch has us using. But I'm just looking to see what's going to fit nicely in this. We have got some really nice words in this set. So there's a couple here that I haven't used yet. Just looking to see what would be best. Would all the best fit on here? It does, but it's not very Christmassy. Do we want it to say Christmas? Or does it matter? Cheer all year, that fits. Actually, I like cheer all year. That's nice. Let's go with that. This one. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yeah, I remember having 70. We didn't have very many 78s, but I remember my parents having them. So, which is very cool, you know, looking back at all those sorts of things. I don't want to use a really big block, but I'm just thinking I might have to use one this one is only, that's all right. This is block C. I'll use that. And I'm thinking, will I use cherry? Actually, I'm going to use early espresso on this. I think that will go nice because of the crumb cake. And I'm going to stand up because I always feel like I get a better lining up if I stand up. Like so. And I feel like a bit of gold behind that would be nice. So I've got some gold here. I'm currently cutting millions of bits. I'm cutting a million gold hearts today. So I'm thinking that this will be nice. I'm just going to have this coming out a little bit behind here. So I want that to be just below. Like so. And I'm going to pop a couple of dimensionals behind that as well. I think I need probably mini dimensionals, but just pop them right there. That's a great idea, Cherie. I think I will. I haven't had the Nutcracker Suite. Like as a kid, I loved it, but I haven't really listened to it much as an adult. So that's a really good idea. I think I will do that. Just going to cut this off in line with the rest of my banner. Oh, I made it crooked. There we go. Now I feel like it needs a couple of things. It's kind of a bit boring at the moment. What did I do? What are you guys talking about, evil twins and stuff? Really? All right. I'm just thinking that like a couple of leaves would be really nice on this. And I'm thinking I've got a leaf in a new set that's coming out, which would be really nice cut in gold. A gold leaf or a gold swirly thing would be really nice. So I'm looking at my dies. Anyone have any good suggestions? So I'll show you the die that I'm thinking about using for for one of my upcoming classes. I'm doing something with the Happy Hibiscus set. I'm just going, there's a really nice leaf in there. So we've got new products on here. Okay, so this is the one I'm talking about, this little leaf here. And you could have one like coming out here in gold and one at the top. Or do you think they're too big? They might be a little big, but I could probably get away with it. Oh my goodness me. You guys have got really old stuff in your closets and stuff. I'm so embarrassed to tell you guys that I got rid of my all my old records, and I had some fantastic records back in about the mid 90s, mid to late 90s, because I didn't think, you know, they were gone. I thought no more record players anymore, and I'm so sad that I did that. So sad. Yeah, it's a little bit big, isn't it, Moira? I tend to agree. I'm having a think. What would I like? I'd like to have something here and something down here, but I want something swirly and pretty, and I'm just deciding what that should be. And I'm taking requests, taking ideas. Hello, Catherine. Nice to see you here. I'm sure we've had you here once before because I remember your name. I remember the rose garland bit. Oh, you did the same, Suzanne. I'm still sad about it. You know, I had all my old Fleetwood Mac and Eagles albums and stuff, and I'm so sad I got rid of them. I know. Don't tell me they're back in vogue, Tanya. I'm so cross about that. All right. No one is offering me the other leaf on that page. This one, I think that one's too big as well. I did think about using these flowers. These flowers are stunning. They're my favorite thing about this whole, and there's two of the big size and two of the small size. I absolutely love these. I think they're so cute. You know what? I'm going to cut them in white, and I'm going to put these in the centers of them because they're fantastic. Let me quickly cut those, and you'll see why I like them. I'm going to show you. I'm wondering if I should have done 3, but we'll start with 2 and see how that looks. Okay, so I've cut them out, and I want to show you why I like them so much. Okay, so I'm just pushing these out. So this is the little one, okay? Can you see how the petals are separated? So you can push the petals up and make the flowers look so cool. Can you see how it looks really pretty when you push them into shape? So I'm going to actually use glue dots, and I'm going to stick these on. I'm thinking where I might put one up here, and I'm going to grab the big one. Same thing with the big one. I'm going to pop the big one down here, and I could also have a third little one, which might look rather good. So let's maybe do that. So I'm going to use a glue dot behind them. These are in the Happy Hydrangea set, and they're really nice. Like I said, they're my favorite flowers in here. I've been using them on a whole bunch of different projects. Can you see why I like them? How they look really cute when you put them up. And then do the medium. I don't know which one you mean. Which die set is it from? It's the Happy Hibiscus, Leslie. That's the flowers, if you're talking about the flowers. The banners from the Peaceful Season dies, but these are from... Now, I'm thinking I might do a third one right next to this one. So we might have another one of the little ones. And see, now these look so good. I'm going to use one of the bigger ones on the bigger flower. And then I'm going to use a little one on the smaller flower. Look how cute they are. I love these. Just think these are the nicest little cute petally flowers we've had for a while. Right, super, super, super cute. And then I'm going to cut a second small white flower. Oh, why am I doing white when I've done a vanilla banner? You know what? It's okay. The flowers can be white. Yeah. I should have done them. Probably should have done it all white. But anyway, I'm going to leave it as it is. I don't mind the flowers being white and the banner being vanilla, but I wouldn't normally do that. These are my favorite bit, Leslie. I think these are great. All right, so I'm going to put those back on there. I'm going to add another one of these, and I'm going to stick a little foil gem in the middle. And what's nice about the foil gems, like I told you there before, they're iridescent. So because there's red on here, they're picking up some of the pink. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see. I can see it, but I don't think it's showing it on the... I don't think it's showing it on the camera, on the video. Never mind, that's okay. Right, so I'm going to pop those there. I should be using my scissors, but oh well, I'm just going to do it with my fingers, and now I'll regret that. This is why we use our scissors. I know what the rules are, and sometimes I just ignore them to my peril. All right, so I'm liking how that's looking. It's really cute. All right, and then the last thing I would add would be probably some linen thread, I would think, through the top. You know, I would tie that through. Or actually, we could go with the good old twisted stuff again, couldn't we, seeing as we're playing with new products? I know people keep I was talking to Susan the other day, and she keeps calling it Happy Hydrangea instead of Happy Hibiscus, and neither of us know why. All right, so I'm just going to take some of this thread. The other thing about the thread is, I can't remember, well, I don't know where the packet is now, but hang on, here it is. It is, how much is on it? 9.1 meters, the same as what's on a roll of ribbon, or 10 yards. Okay, so just so you know what's on that. Sometimes when it's thread, there's more, but this is the same amount as what you get on a roll of ribbon. All right, so I'm going to run that through, and see, that looks really pretty. What do you think? Oh, I didn't put, did I put, oh, here it is. Oh my goodness. Let me put it back on properly. There we go. And there's my little tag. Do we like it? It's very simple, but it follows the sketch kind of. What I find happens when I do sketches is I start with a sketch and I start following the sketch, and then I forget that I'm following the sketch and I go off and do my own thing. But you know what? By then the sketch has already done its job, which was to get me inspired and motivated to make a card. So that's how I like to use sketches. Yeah, simple and sweet. It'd be, you know, that would be a nice design on a card too, right? So there we go. Did you like our designs tonight? I'm going to grab the other card Just give me a second while I move all my bits and pieces out of the way. Here's my card over here. So these are our 2 projects tonight. Simple enough. We used a bit of that gold thread tonight. I thought that was really pretty. And so we ended up with a tag and we ended up with a card. So there's a couple of things I need you to know. What have we got coming up? We've got Craft Along coming up, not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after. Okay, so that'll actually be the last day of October. That's Craft Along Day. And I will be sending out all the supply packs for Craft Along to everyone who ordered with me last month in September. And those will be going out at the end of this coming week or the beginning of the following week. If they go out the beginning of the following week, that means I need to stick a priority sticker on them to make sure they get to you in time. I'm really glad you like them, Megan. Thank you so much. Hard to pick a favorite, right? Tanya says she can't pick one. You're so welcome, guys. I enjoy them too, Rose. Thank you so much. Do you think Friday nights are better than Sunday nights? I think they're about the same, aren't they? They're about the same. Let me come back. Okay, here I am. So if anyone has any questions for me before I sign out tonight, now's the time to ask, because it takes a little while from when you type for it to appear on my screen. So there's a little bit of a delay. So if you have a question, ask now, okay? So other things that are coming up, Tuesday is Technique Tuesday. Sunday is Sunday Night Live at 7:30, the same time as this one. The Tuesday afternoon ones are at 2 p.m. Sydney time. And then at the end of next week, of course, we have Friday and Sunday again. It just goes round and round and round. You try not to have any rules. True. Good. It's a very good way to live, I think. Well, the only rules I think there should be in life are ones that keep us safe and help us treat each other well. That's always nice. Have a great weekend, you guys. I hope that you do something fun with your families or with your loved ones over the weekend. And some of you I know have fur babies, and I hope that you get to spend some time with them too if you do. But whatever you end up doing this weekend, I hope you have fun, and I will see you again on Sunday night. I'll see you very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.